Hey, my YouTube family. I'm Brittany and you're on my channel B for Beauty. So today I want to talk about a subject that is one that is really passionate to me, one that I think I believe every relationship actually goes through and can benefit from this video today, okay? So today we're going to talk about specifically men. And guys, don't even start and be like, oh, you're always honest. No, I go back and forth. I like to give advice to the ladies too. But today we're gonna talk about men having boundaries with their friends and family. And this can be applied to women as well, but I don't date women. So we're gonna talk about men today, okay? Men having boundaries with their friends and families in regards to their relationships. And what I mean about that is, have you ever, say for instance, brought home a girlfriend, fiance, and family, and by family or friends could be mom and dad, could be your aunt, your grandma, anyone, the cousins, anyone in the family, have tried these intimidation and authoritative approaches with your woman. I am here to tell you guys, it is not cute. It may be tradition, but it's a wrong tradition. And if you don't assert yourself about what interaction with your woman looks like with your friends and family, she's going to have a hard time trusting you. She's going to have a hard time trusting that you know how to control the narrative. She's going to have a hard time trusting whether or not you are protective of her. She'll have a hard time wondering about, if I start having children with you and say, for instance, someone actually opposes our parenting style later on in life, will we stand together as one? Will we actually represent ourselves as one? And if the goal is to be married one day, then, you know, biblically, when you're married, you're supposed to be one flesh, but you want to see those kind of things in dating already. And so if you come across a man that can't set boundaries and can't lead and can't assert himself when you're in a situation, say for instance, let's say we were at a family cookout and you've brought your lady friend. It's not cute for aunts and sisters to be trying her or telling her things like, I'm checking you out, I'm sizing you up. You may feel like, oh, they're just playing, but your woman don't know those people. If she doesn't know them, then she doesn't necessarily know that they are playing. She may not feel comfortable playing with people like that she don't know. And if they don't have an established rapport with her like that, then they don't know her to be playing like that, okay? And this may trigger some of y'all, because I know you love Uncle Ray Ray and Uncle, you know, Poo Poo or whatever, and Mama and Aunt so-and-so. However, if you're bringing her home, I'm assuming that means that this relationship is taking a turn to being serious and you actually see her as somebody that's a potential wife. As a grown man, you do not need them to vet your woman. She is to vet you for herself, and you are to vet her for yourself. All of those outside opinions and additional votes have the ability to do one thing and one thing only, and that's taint, cause confusion, and maybe even sway your judgment about your partner. And they don't know your partner. They don't experience them the way that you do. It's okay to get advice and to use friends and family as a sounding board, but for the most part, keep them in check when it comes to the relationship, because if y'all marry, this is the person that you're gonna be with. This is who's gonna be picking you up when you are sick on the floor. This is who, say for instance, you've lost your job and the woman in the house needs to pick up the slack. It will be her. This will be who you rely on. This will be who mothers your children. This will be the woman that will advise and actually nurture and educate your daughters on womanhood. You need to uphold and have boundaries about what interaction with her looks like. So another reason why is, I think it speaks to your leadership. You know, if you are, say for instance, passive about your approach, and wait, just so you know, I am not at all saying when you set these boundaries, you got to now go cuss mama and auntie and all of them out. I am not saying that. But you do need to, hey, you don't know her for that. Hey, I don't need you to check nobody out for me. I appreciate it, but I'm grown. I got that on my own. I don't need you to do that. That's for me and her to figure each other out. I'm just bringing her home so y'all can meet the woman I love, and the woman I love can meet the people I love, the family that I love. I didn't bring her here for an interrogation. This is a meet and greet. This is supposed to be a happy gathering, not a situation where she's on the hot seat. No, we're not doing that. Especially not at this big grown age, okay? We're not teenagers on our way to prom and our parents are trying to avoid us from screwing out on prom night. No, we grown. We don't need the family to do that, or the friends. They stay in their lane. Butt out. Require that they butt out, okay? Furthermore, and this may just be my opinion, passive men are hard to respect. I said it. Passive men are hard to respect. For example, if you are the kind of man that can't or won't speak up in those environments because it is, say for instance, a family normative that Aunt so-and-so just talks crazy to everybody and we just let her do it because that's what she's been doing for years, but she's now doing that with who you've brought around, your woman, just to assert herself and just to, make her presence known because she wants to have your woman know that she's checking her out. And you need to have the kind of, be the kind of man that backs Aunt so-and-so up. Again, everybody is grown. And if you tuck your head like a little puppy and have your tail tucked between your legs, let me tell you something. If you can't assert and raise your voice or project your voice in that environment, don't you get to the house and try it either. Because who was about to listen to you in there? If you can't show up in a position of authority and controlling the narrative and zero tolerant towards the relationship when it comes to the people that are significant, like friends and family, then when you get home, you think she about to let you big boss dog and put bass in your voice and assert yourself around that house? No, you wouldn't be required to keep that same timid, passive energy that you do amongst your friend and family when it comes to boundary setting time. Is that the kind of household you want? If not, and you want her respect, and you want a woman that feels like, you know what, when my man say he gonna shut something down, I don't even worry about it anymore. Or when I am in an environment that he has brought me into and I have said that something makes me uncomfortable, I don't have to worry about him fixing it because my comfort matters to him and I know he's gonna nip things in the butt behind me. Those are ways you win your woman's respect, okay? Those are definite ways to win her over. So I want you guys to let that register. And I know sometimes, especially in, I can't speak for other races household, but I'm Black, so I can speak on Black family. I know sometimes in Black families in particular, it's even more taboo to have boundaries with the elders, to actually tell them no, to actually say, no, we're doing things this way, and I'd appreciate if you don't intervene no more. To some degree, to the, to them. I know that's very challenging. However, it's necessary. Protect your circle, and the circle is you and her. Protect that ring of trust that y'all are building so that it can be nurtured and healthy and it can stand against anything. Protect that space. Also, and I'm gonna leave you with this thing last. Having an attachment and a connection with friends and family is an amazing thing. I'm happy for anyone who has that, but be leery of enmeshment and emotional incest. Because sometimes there can be an over-attachment and there can be an emotional incest, say for instance with a mother and her son. And when that happens, when the son is now bringing home a woman, mom might be jealous and confrontational, and it's because she doesn't actually have a healthy relationship with her son. She's getting her emotional needs met from her son that she really should be getting from a man. So now she's territorial and even competitive with the girlfriend or fiance or the wife. So it's best that you already have those boundaries in place early before it escalates. And even though those are hard conversations, even though it's challenging to do that with elders, stand fast, plant your feet firmly. You can be respectful and kind. You don't actually have to cuss nobody out, even though you might want to. But hold fast to the boundaries towards the relationship. I like to think of it as a fort. Okay, this is our fort. Yeah, and we can enjoy the people outside of our fort, and we can love them. However, this is ours. This space is ours, and we don't allow negativity in ours. We don't allow their intrusions in ours. This is our fort. Okay, that's just my relationship style, or at least that's what my therapist says. So I want you guys to think about that. Also want to remind you this Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be live. We live, baby. Yeah. Okay. And so I want you to bring your Q&A. Next, we're going to be talking about a really hot topic that I think you guys are really going to like. So I want you to tune in. I want you to flood me with all of your questions so that I can get live interaction with you. And this is going to be an ongoing thing. On Thursdays from here on out, I'm going to be live for y'all for our Q&A, so y'all can talk to me directly and I can answer questions on the spot. Don't be afraid to donate. I appreciate it. And a couple of you already have, and thank you so much. So that'll be it for me today. I can't wait till we talk on Thursday, because it'll be our first time live together. I'm so excited about that. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening.